This is the Megabot Mark II, a 2-story high, 12,000-pound, fully functioning giant fighting robot. For every kid who's dreamt of sitting in one of these, I can now confirm it's everything we hoped it would be.
When we built this cockpit, we tried to design it after a fighter jet.
Matt Orline is one-third of the team behind the machine. I met him in an abandoned factory turned artist co-op in Oakland.
Somehow, within the last year of my life, it's become my job to build a giant robot and shoot t-shirts at people. It feels pretty good.
It's a mix of every 90s cyberpunk movie, every 80s sci-fi movie, and every video game ever. And Matt is hoping that watching these robots duke it out in a stadium will be the world's next big sporting phenomenon.
They're not CGI, they're not special effects, they're real robots fighting each other. And I think people want to see this live. Part of the vision of the company takes some concepts out of NASCAR's book, where there are corporate sponsors for each vehicle. And so you can imagine the Red Bull robot or like the DuPont robot. And there we go. And that's the Mark II.
Before we see arenas full of fans cheering on Red Bull Megabots, we'll need to see it actually fight something. This is apparently going to happen next year. A Japanese company called Suidobashi Heavy Industries happens to have its own fighting robot. Megabots challenged it to a duel. And the good news for fans, they accepted.
We have a giant robot, you have a giant robot. You know it needs to happen. My phone was just sitting on the nightstand, just vibrating. I remember picking up and thinking, okay, this is going to be the next year of my life.
The thought of two countries fighting each other with menacing robots might sound frightening, but you can forget about what we see in the movies. Matt insists giant robots would make for a totally impractical weapon.
They're pretty much worse than tanks in every possible way, but they look really cool.
This robot has very little to offer the world, except entertainment. But it's refreshing to see something this ambitious being built, just for the sake of doing it. And Matt hopes they inspire others to do the same.
Us bringing our own dreams to reality, those are going to be other children's dreams. And they're going to build even bigger and badder robots and do even more amazing things than what we're doing.